Okay, nice. A Polish video. Something for me to do. Something for me to comment on. Piorun means lightning.
Complicated, okay? In Scandinavian folklore, there exists the great legend of the Hall of Warriors, located in the ancient realm of Asgard, where great warriors, the chosen dead taken by the Valkyries, will one day fight side by side with Odin during the time of Ragnarok.
Listen, Valkyrie Profile is one of the best games that you could play.
Known as Valhalla. Perhaps you, being a keyboard warrior yourself, may one day grace these hallowed halls of the slain, and as your eyes wander over the various warriors assembled by the fire, each one reciting their tales of great battles.
Why is Obelix here? Also, I should be playing Valkyrie Profile while doing this video.
Heroic last stands, your eyes may turn to a shadowy figure in the background.
Asterix Pig.
And it may take you some time to realize that this hulking mass that you're looking at is not a man, but an 1,800-ton British destroyer, an N-class to be exact. But this destroyer is not British. This one flies the flag of Poland. Its
Poland!
crew gaze down at you with a 1,000-yard stare. They raise their drinks in honored salute, and in unison recount the tale, the legend of the Prion, the Thunderbolt.
The what? I'm sorry, what, the what? Okay, I know I'm gonna be an asshole about this, but what did he just say?
But the legend raise their drinks in honored salute, and in unison recount the tale, the legend of the Prion.
The what? It's Piorun. Piorun, not I better come down, or else I'm not gonna build a good relation with the prison. How do you mispronounce that word so badly? How? How do you mispronounce Piorun into Prion? I have to listen to this again.
The Thunderbolt. The tale, the legend of the Prion.
What the hell is this? I'm gonna cut this out, but to be fair, with Hungary, Fidesz won as usually quite much, 41% around. What is new is that there is a party that the only 1.5 months old had 30% plus of votes, which means people see alternative against Orban. Oh, I actually listed Hungary as a positive in this whole European election thing because Orban's party went down, which is a new development. So definitely compared to Germany or France, that is a positive development. In fact, some Hungarian political analysts argued that similar chance can happen with Tusk allying with more left-leaning parties to beat peace. I mean, that is what's basically happening. That is how the coalition won with Law and Justice in the parliamentary elections to begin with, by doing a coalition with the left wing and with center right. They had to do a coalition, and the left wing party is part of that coalition. Without it, the Law and Justice Party would have won. So the Hungarian political analysts were just correct. I mean, those things don't happen overnight. It's a beginning of a trend. You know? Those changes don't just happen overnight. Like snap. It's important that there's a trending downward for the Fidesz. In particular, physics prions are hypothetical point particles conceived as the subcomponents of quarks and leptons. Thank you, Munich Spearman. Thank you. How do you mispronounce the word so badly? How?
The Unison recount the tale, the legend of the Prion,
I cannot get over this.
the Thunderbolt. But first, at time, deep in the Norwegian forest of Umlaut lived little Timmy. Timmy loved
Little Timmy should learn how to pronounce Piorun, okay?
boats, and one day he dreamed of becoming a boatsperson, going on adventures upon the high seas, fighting in large, spectacularly detailed
And this is World of Warships.
PvP arenas. But his father said no. No
Wait,
son
this
of
is a sponsored video, isn't it?
mine will ever be a boatsperson. Ye must work down pit like a good Norwegian, he said in his perfect Norwegian accent, and Timmy cry. But great Father Norway see him, and he smile. He come to little Timmy with
Is this really an ad?
a gift. Open it, Timmy, he said, and as Timmy gazed upon the wonder that was inside, his eyes were met with the USS Texas, a Tier 5 premium. Wow! That's right, piglets, buckle your chuckle belts because I beat you not. This video is sponsored by World of Warships, a team-based
Yeah, I noticed. I haven't failed to notice that it's
free-to-play, open water, PvP, RPG. No, wait, it's not an RPG, but it could be if it wanted to be.
Oh, sire, our village is under siege from these level 3 goblins.
Fear not, stereotypical maiden, for I shall vanquish these foes in the power of 50,000
Thank you. Thank you for the $25, fake Cal Parker. I'm sorry, did you just say you hate me? Why do you... This is not even the video, this is just the sponsor ad. Well, thank you, fake Cal Parker. I don't thank you for hating me, but I thank you for the $25. What? Okay.
tons of raw of sharpened button. World of Warships, it has over 44 million players, one of which is me. Come say hi. I'm terrible at this game. I need help. All you need is a PC and some money.
Wait,
No,
what was that? Was that a duck?
I'm terrible at this game. I need help. All you need
That...
players, one of which is me. Come say hi. I'm terrible at this game. I need help. All you need is a PC
Oh, thank you.
and some money. No, wait, you don't need money. It's free. Download it
Maybe I should download it.
now. Link in the description. Come battle your enemies with 5 different warship classes to play as. Choose from destroyers, aircraft carriers, cruisers, battleships,
Damn, I should play this game together with Laser Pig.
and submarines, I guess. If you want to be that guy that sneaks around being all stealthy. There is over 400 ships and they just keep adding more, with new content released every single month. I'll never go to school again! World of Warships fight in huge, stunning, open 12v12 arenas, each one alive with
Wow.
detail. One of these islands has this tiny little truck driving around in it, and it's so cute. Play with friends, play alone, fight players, fight bots, fight your friends, shoot at each other with
Imagine having friends.
gigantic Titanic-sized warships firing shells the size of small cars at each other. What more do you want? You want some free shit? I got you, fam. Download it now. Link in the description and use code FIRE. And you get 200 doubloons, 20
How
rest.
old is this video? 2 years ago. I don't think code FIRE is gonna work now. I mean, I can try. What do you think will happen if I use the code FIRE now?
Fire camouflage. 1,000,000 credits. That's a lot, by the way. 7
Do you think I'll actually get 1,000,000 credits if I use the code FIRE now?
days of a premium account, and best of all, you get the Tier 5 premium battleship USS Texas. Holy shit! Yeah, you want this. Link in the description. The most
No way! No way! USS Texas? Wow.
Devastatingly evil-looking warship ever built. You want it? Download it now. Link in the description. It's the Texas. This thing inspired the Star Destroyer. You want it? Download now. Link in the description. I want this. I don't have this thing. I'm jealous. World of Warships. Download it
Well,
now.
then you download the game again from scratch and put in your own code. There you go.
Code FIRE. Link in the description. Do it now.
Wow, this is amazing. Now I need to play World of Warships on stream and title the stream Laserpig Made Me Play This. I have to do it now.
Add Finn. Our story begins not with the Prion, but with another ship entirely. The
Oh, come on! Prion! Piorun! 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 Not Pri... Okay, I'll stop. I'll just stop. Although I will say, this is not a difficult word to pronounce, okay? Or read.
Bismarck. Germany's answer to the growing threats of the French and British navies. Bismarck was a testament
Somehow you read it as Bismarck, not as Bismarck or Brismar. Okay? Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop now.
to Hitler's refusal to acknowledge the Washington Naval Treaty, as well as some other treaties which we don't have time to get into, which limited the size of battleships to about 30,000 tons. And at 50,000 tons, this gigantic warship was one of the largest battleships afloat at the time, and still holds the record as being one of the largest warships ever built. She was designed for speed, her guns for accuracy, and yeah, maybe her actual capabilities have been somewhat overstated by the culture of romanticism that surrounds this time period, but she was still a formidable opponent. Massive 15-inch cannons and a further 12 smaller 5.9-inch guns.
Sexy.
She posed a tough adversary, destroying
How sexy is that?
the fearsome battlecruiser Hood in a mere 4-minute-long engagement, granted with a lucky shot. Any captain going against her would have had this in the back of their mind, and during the hunt for the Bismarck as she attempted to escape back to friendly waters, though wounded and leaking fuel, smaller ships were advised to simply shadow her until the big guns arrived, and anyone who would be willing to face her with inferior firepower would have
I mean, it is true, the person is military focused.
been mad. By comparison, the N-Class was a rather humble destroyer. At 1,800 tons, she was built to correct the mistakes of the previous Tribal class of destroyers, which had favoured guns over torpedoes, and as a result, she only had 3 turrets of twin 4.7-inch guns, a single 4-inch anti-air gun, 420mm, and 2 machine guns, with about enough armour to just about stop a highly aggressive tuna. Brion started life as HMS Nerissa, laid down in Scotland on the River Clyde, after the
But the Polish Institute and Sikorski Museum.
fall of Poland, she was transferred to the Free Polish Navy before she was even completed, given a Polish crew, a Polish captain whose name I'm not even going to attempt, and a new name, Prion, the Lightning.
Oh, you tried. Oh God, It's just gonna feel so petty that the only thing that I have to add to this video is crying about his pronunciation of the word Piorun.
Or the Thunderbolt. Sources differ. The name Prion could equally mean lightning as it could mean thunderbolt. I've got 2 sources that say thunderbolt and 2 sources that say lightning. Prion is
Wait, is there actually a Piorun Błyskawica? I don't remember which is which. I don't remember if Piorun is lightning or Błyskawica. Because you have 2 words actually in Polish as well. Or whatever.
Polish for lightning, and thunderbolt is Prion, I think. I don't know Polish outside
What?
of kurwa, and thunderbolt. Sources that say thunderbolt and 2 sources that say lightning. Prion is Polish for lightning, and thunderbolt is Prion, I think.
What? What did?
Sources that say mean lightning as it could mean thunderbolt. I've got 2 sources that say thunderbolt.
I'm dumbfounded by this explanation.
Thunderbolt and two sources.
Polish person gets angry at pronunciation. And I am a Pole. Okay. I will. Maybe that is the angle that I should go with, because I don't really have anything to add with the ship specifications.
That say lightning. Prion is Polish for lightning, and Thunderbolt is Prion.
What the hell is Prion? What the hell is a Prion to begin with? What?
think. I don't know Polish outside
Clearly you don't.
of kurwa, so your guess is as good as mine.
At least that word you somehow managed to pronounce more or less correctly.
You're actually Polish, and you know the language fairly well.
Also, the Polish language has the word błyskawica, apart from piorun.
Being Polish. If you do, let me know.
Sorry.
Unless you're actually Polish and you know the language outside of for lightning, and Thunderbolt is Prion. I think. I don't know Polish outside of kurwa, so your guess is as good as mine. Unless you're actually Polish and you know the language fairly well, being Polish. If you do, let me know how stupid I'm being, and I'll.
Oh, well, you've asked for it, so you've asked for it. You gave me permission. There you go. Now I can be as petty as I want. Because you just gave me permission. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll apologize in the comments. And I will probably be buried under all the people screaming,
We want an F111 video. You promised an F111 advert video. Where is it?
you know what? If this video gets a bajillion likes, I'll do it.
Wait, how many likes did this video get? I mean, it's not a bajillion. 50,000 in 2 years.
Okay. Anyway, now normally in British naval tradition it is considered quite unlucky to rename a ship after she has been laid down. But for the Prion, luck would never be in.
I just cannot get over this. It hurts my ears when I hear this pronunciation of the word. It's like I'm hearing some foreign word and it's supposed to be a Polish word.
Short supply. She remained based on the River Clyde until she was finally completed in November of 1940. Here she would serve in the Battle of Britain, escorting convoys of smaller ships around the coast. But when she was damaged in an air attack, she was forced to return to the Clyde for repairs, but found that her docks in the nearby town were coming under nightly bombardment by patrol bombers. So the Prion, being the Prion, in spite of being heavily damaged and still under repairs, steamed up and down the Clyde, blanketing the skies with a dense layer of flak, risking.
Damn. So basically, the Piorun did much better than current Black Sea fleet ships of Russia. Nice to know.
Hits from bombers.
Yeah, that's right. I had to place this little jab in here.
Second she broke cover. Her heroics earned her the admiration of the locals, and a memorial to her stands to this day in the town of Clydebank.
Eradicated on March 2005. The crew of the Polish ship RP Piorun, defenders of Clydebank Blitz in 13th of March 1941.
Where I've never been, because it's a hole. And you think that would be it? The brave little destroyer facing off against the might of the Luftwaffe, defending a Scottish town against.
Well, the what? Come on! Luftwaffe? I'm no German, but aren't you supposed to pronounce this Luftwaffe?
Waves of facing off against the might of the Luftwaffe, defending.
Luftwaffe? Oh, come on, guy! I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. Aren't you supposed to be military focused? Maybe I'm wrong about the pronunciation. Maybe he is correct here. Deutsch. Okay, I'm gonna go to Google. Or maybe just YouTube. Because I just cannot get over this. There we go. How to pronounce Luftwaffe correctly. We're gonna get this like out of the way once and for all.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word, as well as how to say more unclear German words.
Okay.
This designates.
Am I about to be embarrassed? Maybe I am about to be embarrassed. And then I'll shut up about the Piorun. If I'm wrong about this one, I will shut up about the Piorun. Or Pyron.
It's the aerial warfare
Or Pryon.
branch of the Wehrmacht during World War II.
Okay,
How do you go about pronouncing it?
say it.
Luftwaffe.
Yes! I knew it! Luftwaffe, not Luftwaffe. I am so disappointed. I am so disappointed in this content creator. I am... There you go. I knew it. I knew it. There you go. This is going to be the extent of my commentary, of my added transformative commentary to this video. Me nitpicking on pronunciation of Polish as well as German words.
Defending a the brave little destroyer facing off against the might of the Luftwaffe, defending a Scottish town against waves
Luftwaffe.
of bombers. But no, sir, Prion wasn't done. She was hungry for revenge. She wanted blood. She wanted to make her mark against the Germans and remind them that Poland was down, but not out. And in May of 1941...
It was only out after the war when it was taken over basically by the Soviet Union, but that's a far sadder story.
she would get that chance. In the aftermath of the Battle of the Denmark Strait, with the Hood having been sunk by the Bismarck,
It's a great moment for the German Navy.
Yes, Lindemann.
Listen, he left it there, okay? He left the Luftwaffe, okay? So I'm gonna nitpick on it. It's my job. It's my job as a professional streamer to nitpick on important things like this. Like, I go into the heart of the matter. I go into what's important.
And for the two of us.
and the Prince of Wales heavily damaged, Britain was devastated. Its national pride had been hurt, and it demanded vengeance. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill would send out an order down the chain of command to every battleship, destroyer, cruiser, submarine, and fishing boat with a rifle duct taped to the front that would countermand all other orders. Find that bloody ship and sink it! At the time, Priam was on
That is how he sounded.
escort duty with 4 other destroyers heading for the Indian Ocean. 3 days in and the order came through, and they were detached from the convoy to join the hunt. Now the Bismarck might have been a very, very large ship, but in comparison to the entirety of the North Sea, it was, well, let me put it like this. Finding the Bismarck in something the size of the ocean was like trying to find a single drop of coffee in an entire swimming pool filled with fish. They're just flapping all over the place, and you need...
That is pretty interesting. That is a thing that I've heard recently discussed, how an enemy might be hiding in plain sight because the ocean is just so big that the enemy might not even be hiding and you won't be able to find them.
your caffeine fix, but where the hell has your boyfriend hidden that cup, and what kind of prank even is this? Anyway, Bismarck. By now she had 4 battleships, 2 battlecruisers, 2 aircraft carriers, 13 cruisers, and 21 destroyers,
Jesus.
along with a mix of numerous aircraft and a cruise ship
This one looks very old.
out hunting for her, in an area of ocean over 220,000 square miles in size. To put that in perspective, if you were to take all that ocean and convert it into farmland, you could grow enough turnips to create your own turnip moon. That's how big we're talking here. However, because this battle is largely told from the British perspective, much emphasis is placed on the actions of Force H. Force H was flagged by the battlecruiser Renown, Hood's sister ship. The crew were anxious to avenge her sunken sister, but she was ordered not to engage. Only the carrier Ark Royale, which did not even have its full complement of aircraft on board, could safely strike at the Bismarck, famously jamming her rudder and preventing her from maneuvering during a series of low-altitude torpedo runs. This would be the death knell of the Bismarck, and in the morning, the home fleet would arrive, and the final battle of the Bismarck would begin. However, before this engagement, another lesser documented battle took place. Destroyers of the Fourth Fleet were ordered to shadow and harass the ship with torpedo runs throughout the night. Prion paired with the destroyer HMS Maori and spotted the
Oh, you mean the Piorun?
ship just before sunset, making her the first ship to actively spot the Bismarck during the final battle. After reporting her position and confirming that the Bismarck was indeed unmaneuverable, the Maori moved off to begin her torpedo run. But as the Maori looked behind her to see if the Prion was in position, they saw a horrifying sight and realized that something was deeply, tragically wrong.
What was wrong? Tell us, please. I'm on the edge of my seat.
The Prion was charging directly towards the Bismarck at full speed. Worried her steering was jammed, Maori broke radio silence and attempted to hail the Prion, but received no response. On board the Bismarck, the crew, now at battle stations, turned their attention to the small flotilla of British destroyers, and were surprised to see one apparently charging them. In disbelief, they watched as the tiny destroyer turned, showing its full broadside to the Bismarck, and with both its signal lights and its wireless, transmitted the message, "I am a Pole," before it opened fire. For
Oh my gosh.
over an hour,
Jesteśmy Polakami!
the two ships fought mano a mano, pride of the German fleet versus one single Polish
Or maybe the single person was like, jestem Polak. Jestem Polakiem.
destroyer. The Bismarck completely unable to hit the Prion as it dodged and weaved through
The Polish Institute and Sikorski Museum.
fire, ignoring the numerous orders to fall back, all while continuing to broadcast, "I am a Pole," 3 salvos for the honor of Poland, directly at the Bismarck.
Na honor Polski.
Her confused crew trying desperately to keep the tiny ship in view as it fired salvo after salvo. And when I mean the Prion was firing salvos,
Oh man. Why do I have to be so hung up on the pronunciation thing? This is a pretty good video.
I mean it was firing all of its guns. The 4.7 inchers, the anti-aircraft guns, even the machine guns were firing.
Wow.
There's even tales of all the crew out on deck, screaming insults and shooting pistols, throwing
I wonder what the insults were. I genuinely wonder.
trash at the Bismarck as they strafed her, at one point even bringing musical instruments.
Spierdalajcie. Spierdalajcie. Maybe I shouldn't swear. Maybe YouTube will, I don't know, detect my Polish swearing and demonetize me.
Onto the deck and singing the national anthem of Poland. Eventually, with the Bismarck's gun throwing great plumes of water over the tiny
I'm sorry. I just sang it incorrectly. It's Kiedy my żyjemy, I believe.
Prion at a distance of less than 20 meters away, the ship was finally forced to break off its engagement. It would remain in the area defying orders to return to port until its fuel reserves forced it to finally return home. After the smoke had cleared, post-analytics of the Bismarck's final battle with the home fleet showed that the Bismarck had hit absolutely nothing, in spite of firing almost every shell she
That's what you get for messing with Poland. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hello, No Shadaka. It's okay. It's a bit of a tipsy stream. So it's okay. It's okay to be tipsy. We've come to the right place if you're tipsy. Tipsy noodle. Also Luftwaffe. Not Luftwaffe. Okay?
had. The only damage reported was HMS Rodney, who had
Why? Who would win? Germany, largest battleship, or One angry Polish boy. One angry Polish boy every single time. Of course.
Shattered part of her own mainframe from firing her guns at point-blank range. A major contributor to the Bismarck's sluggish performance had been down to crew morale.
Was Polish epicness, of course. What do you think? What do you think it was?
Morale and exhaustion. The entire crew had been on battle.
That's what we call an excuse. Oh, what are you celebrating? Niel Shadaka. Also, join the page if you're celebrating. And possibly donate. Damn, I've never seen Lucy this nationalistic. It's true. If there ever been time to be a nationalist, now is the time. Now's the time to be nationalistic. Okay? Now's the time.
Alert for nearly 48 hours and consistent night attacks and harassment.
Where are you moving? Tell us.
Had led to the crew just simply not being able to focus. After all, exactly how much sleep can you expect?
Not being able to focus, tired, excuses. Polish people just trounced them. Yeah, we were trounced, but we're tired. We could not focus. Good, no, yeah. Naturally, sure. Use all the excuses you have in your belt, your arsenal. But it won't change the facts.
To get when you have an angry Polish warship screaming at you, flashing its lights, throwing trash and singing all night. Prion would remain in
come on! At least have the decency to use disco polo for such music, okay? For Polish music.
Service operating in the Mediterranean, guarding convoys, and even took part in Operation Halbert, the largest convoy attempt to resupply Malta, the invasion of Sicily, and even the Normandy invasion, engaging remnants of the German surface fleet off the coast of Brittany. After the war, she assisted in the decommissioning of German U-boats before she was returned to the British, where she became HMS Noble and was finally decommissioned in 1955. While in the British retellings of the sinking of the Bismarck, the story of the brave Polish destroyer who took it on single-handed at a time where ships far more powerful than her were afraid to even approach has been assigned to the footnotes of history, its presence and courage overshadowed by the more interesting British exploits. In Poland, it has lived on in legacy. The name Prion would be reused, with the new ship's naming ceremony inviting survivors of the original ship and even commemorating it on a special coin, proving that the legacy of the ship is still alive.
Niszczyciel piorun! Yes.
Maybe deserves a little bit more recognition. I, for one, feel that the Prion has earned its place in Stovacor.
What?
Earned its place in Stovacor.
No, I think you're mixing up with Russia and Japan. Actually, Poland and Japan was even a weirder story because Poland declared war on Japan during World War II. Yes, Poland declared war on Japan during World War II. And Japan's reaction was like, yeah, we know, we understand, Poland. We understand. You're just brainwashed by the West. We understand you're being used. And we have to kindly decline your declaration of war. Yes. Japan did not accept Poland's declaration of war. So technically speaking, Japan and Poland were never at war because Japan never accepted. There you go. You should have reacted to this when I first told you about it like 2 years ago. Wait, did you actually tell me about this 2 years ago, or are you just pulling my leg? Did you actually tell me about this 2 years ago? Or are you just joking? 2 years ago, I was still a VTuber 2 years ago, with a falsetto voice, I believe. Japan was scared. True.
I mean Valhalla. What did I say? Anyway, something. I need a drink. I hope you learned something. And again,
I did learn something. You cannot pronounce Polish or German for your life.
special thanks to World of Warships for sponsoring this video, which isn't no word of a lie, a game I do play and actually enjoy. Plus, it was nice to have a sponsorship offer from someone that wasn't an obvious scam. You get a lot of those when you're a small channel. So anyway, come join me in World of Warships, code FIRE, get your free Texas. It's a damn good ship. I don't have a Texas.
Wait. I was in a live stream during the YouTube days. So did you actually recommend this video 2 years ago? Why didn't I watch it? Why didn't I agree to react to it then? Do you remember? Do you actually remember why I failed to react to it then?
I think it's 5,500 doubloons. You get it for free, you lucky sods. Anyway, to World of Warships, this one goes out to you. And I'm not even sorry.
I'm sorry. Subscribe for ego, true. Nice.
Can you find pleasure? Search the wealth of treasure, then science, technology. Where can you begin to make your dreams all come true on the land or on the sea?
That is beautiful.
Where can you learn how to play in sports and skin dive, study oceanography? Sign up for the big and all sit in the grandstand when your team and others meet. In the Navy. Yes, you can sail the seven seas. In the Navy. Yes, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy. Come on now, people, make a stand. In the Navy. Get your sailing in hand. In the Navy. Come on, protect the motherland. In the Navy. Come on and join your fellow man in the Navy. Come on, people, make a stand in the Navy.
Okay.
In the Navy.
Well, that happened. So I did my reaction. I did my transformative commentary, which basically amounted to crying and whining about the pronunciation of a single word. So if you think this is worthy of me making a whole segment about it, then, you know, I don't know.